The daily grind of a 9 to 5 to make money gets hard for all of us. I'm sure our parents and their parents, they all said the same thing. But nowadays it just seems worse. At least those people back then had a chance to buy a home, where $15 an hour used to be like, wow, you made it. And now people that are making 25 an hour have like no chance of getting a home. So the grind was always real, but at least you know what you were grinding for. Now it just feels like you're grinding yourself away for nothing. What, so your credit card balance can grow again this month? So you can be on time splitting rent with 4 other roommates? And if you're lucky, you might be able to go out to eat a few times or buy yourself a pair of shoes. You can see this tension everywhere online. People are sick and tired of it. Let's get into it.
2 incomes just isn't enough money anymore. Me and my husband are both in our 30s. We make the most money we've ever made before, and we still struggled between every single paycheck. We spent hours every single Friday when we would get paid trying to figure out what we could cut back, trying to budget every penny we had so that we would make it to the next paycheck. The grocery store is too expensive. Vehicles are too expensive. Vacations are too expensive. Houses are too expensive. 2 incomes is just not enough anymore in today's world. I have a college degree in physical therapy, and when I got good grades and went to college and did all the right things, it was supposed to solve all those financial problems. That's what everybody told me. It was going to solve all my problems. But it didn't, and they lied.
I'm poor. I've been poor my entire life, 23 going on 24, and I'm broke every single week. I get paid weekly. At the end of the week, I got like $50 to my name. All I'm doing is paying my bills and then paying off my debt. I was an idiot in college, don't even use my degree, but I have a specialized job. I'm making decent money, and I have nothing left over at the end of each week. I work 50 hours a week. I'm just tired of being poor. So if you know any side hustles, second jobs, that would be great. I'm not trying to drive all the time, so don't tell me to DoorDash.
Everything is so expensive right now, and I don't understand how people aren't talking about it. We don't make enough money. Collectively, we do not make enough money. The price of things are not keeping up with how much we're getting paid. And it's infuriating to me for people to say that people just need to work harder, people need to get different specialized degrees, people need to start their own businesses. That's not the answer. The answer is that billionaires are hoarding wealth. I can't get ahead. Every month I try to get ahead and I can't get ahead. And I don't know how to cope with that. I don't know how to cope with that. Everything is so expensive, especially in the last 6 months. I can barely get by. So I don't know how I'm supposed to retain hope. Am I supposed to get a doctorate so that I can afford a studio apartment? Is that where we're getting to at this point? I don't know what the answer is to this, but it's so fucking bad. And I just wanted to get on here and tell you, if you are experiencing the same thing, you're so not alone.
I am on my first 15-minute break. I start my shift at 3 a.m. It's about 4:55 a.m. now, so I'm on my first 15-minute break at work. I work from home in a call center. And let me just say, I feel like I'm just working to survive. The pay that I get barely pays the bills. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I have to take calls all day long, 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. And while I'm very thankful that I get to work from home, I feel so burnt out, and I feel like I work so hard and I don't get to enjoy anything. I'm burnt out on the weekends. Sunday afternoons, I'm already dreading Monday. The weekdays when I get off work, I just bed rot until I have to get up and cook dinner and do homework with my child and everything else. But the biggest issue for me is that I just feel like no matter how hard I work, I don't get anywhere. I can't put money into savings because I'm barely paying my bills. The cost of living is ridiculous. Groceries are ridiculous. I'm thankful that I don't have to pay gas every week because I get to work from home. But does anybody else feel that way? Does anybody else just feel complete exhaustion and like you don't get any reward for working hard and you don't get to enjoy any of your paychecks and it's just the same day on wash, rinse, and repeat? Let me know, because I just want to know if I'm the only one feeling this way. Am I lazy? Do I just not want to work? Or has working just gotten almost pointless at this point, and the only way to really just barely survive is to work?
You know something they don't tell you when you're a kid or you're entering the workforce is beware of what you become good at, right? I am about to be 40 years old, and I have never worked a single job in my entire life that I even remotely enjoyed. None. Zero. Like, it's just been work. I've worked like 3 jobs my whole life. Just work. There's no passion, there's no joy, there's no pride, there's no excitement, none of it. Went to college, got a bullshit degree, fucking huge waste of time and money. And then for like the last 12 years, I've done sales. And the fucked up part is I'm actually really good at sales. And just be careful what you get good at, because now I'm going to be doing sales for the next fucking 30 years of my life. And you know what? I fucking hate it. Hate it more than anything at this moment. I really, really am crashing in this sales space, dude, because in 12 years, I literally realized I haven't taken more than 2 consecutive days of work off in 11, 12 years. I've taken a 4-day weekend twice. That was it. I'm fucking tired of it, man. I don't want to do sales anymore. But now I'm 40 and I have a family, wife, kids, house, responsibilities and shit that I have to pay for. And I don't have the luxury or the ability to chase my dreams or my passions or find it. What's the saying? Work a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to pay me $200,000 a year to go golfing. Okay. So I'm stuck doing what I'm good at that provides for my family. And, most days I can mentally, snap myself into it and give myself a perspective shift and feel grateful for everything I do have. And I am grateful for everything I have. And just go to work and just go through the motions and make the money and come home. And then some fucking days, man, I don't know. This is an easy video to record too, because I don't think anyone's ever going to watch it. And I don't even think I'm going to post it. I just had to, I'm fucking tired, man.
Okay, so I'm just checking. We're all unable to buy a house right now, right? Like, I'm not the only one who runs the numbers every single day and looks at the budget and is just like, there is no way on earth that this is potentially feasible for me. Like, I'm working with 2 very average incomes. They're not great incomes, but they're fine incomes. Incomes that 10 years ago probably would have meant that we could buy a house. I digress. Anyway, we pay rent so that we can live somewhere, because when we got out of college, we had to rent so we could theoretically save money to eventually buy a home. Except rent is so astronomical that we are actually not able to save for a home. Even still though, like, we don't pay as much in rent as I know other people do. We don't live in a huge city. It's somewhat affordable, even though I still think it's ridiculous. Compared to other people, it's still affordable. Okay, so subtracting that from what we bring home a month, like, yeah, there's still some money left. Except that somehow, no matter what I do, because we've cut back on everything, we've cut back on groceries, eating out, we haven't actually traveled in a while. I have a freaking coffee machine at home, so I don't buy coffee out of the house. I will admit that we do get avocados, but we do get them from Costco, so it's less expensive. We both work from home, so we shouldn't be paying that much for gas, but yet somehow we are. I'm going through my credit card statement at the end of every month, and I'm literally spending $20 here and there. Like, there are no big purchases on this credit card, but the groceries are killing us. But we also have to eat. We can't not eat. We need to put gas in the car because sometimes we do have to go places. But, like, I can't figure out where this is coming from. Like, we're not huge shoppers. We eat at home most of the time. Compared to other people my age, we do not spend money on alcohol or drugs. I don't freaking Uber Eats or Grubhub or anything. And I don't want to sound ungrateful, because at the end of the month we are able to save something, right? But it's not nearly enough to save up for a down payment on a freaking house. And if we did decide to go that route, it would take us, I calculated it, like 12 years of just doing absolutely nothing with our lives, like just staying at home, doing nothing. And I'm not willing to spend the next 12 years completely restricting myself for the dream, the possibility of a dream of getting to buy a home. Like, these are the best years of my life. I want to live them. And even if we did that and we saved for 12 years and we put a down payment on a house, we could not afford a nice one. Our mortgage would still cost more than my rent currently. So I'd essentially be paying more for a shittier living situation than I have now. And I feel like everyone's in this situation. And so my question is, like, if we have babies, which it seems a lot of us are not willing to do that right now, which I totally understand. So if we have them, like, I feel like we're just gonna see children raised in like communal living more. More families are gonna have to make do with smaller spaces. And I think we're just gonna see that because people acclimate, people are flexible. Because I'm genuinely not seeing a way to get this done without like completely derailing my life.
This is a huge problem this country is facing. I mean, people just don't have hope for the future. It's hard. It's bad enough that we're grinding away. People are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and they know that they can't buy a home. It's not even in their future plans. It's just messed up that we have a population of people that plan on not having kids, aren't looking forward to the future, and have just no hope of owning anything. When you take into account how much prices have risen on everything, and then you look at paychecks, they don't keep up. You just can't do it. And then for people that are living by themselves, salute to you, because I have no idea how you're making it. But this is the reality for a lot of people. Most people, I'll say. This is their reality. They work all week long knowing that they're just going to be paying last week's bills and they're not going to have anything left over for themselves. And how are you going to be motivated in that situation? Get a second job. They already have a second job. And they're working Uber Eats and DoorDash on the side, and people are still barely getting by. What is the average price of a home now? Like $450,000 at a 7% interest rate. That's like $900,000 over the course of 30 years. And people that are able to get screwed like that are happy because they own a home. Like that's what people have to look forward to. A lifetime of debt, work, and avoiding anything that you enjoy so you can save a couple extra dollars. What happened to this country, man? This is a country where you could afford to go eat out damn near every day, take a vacation, save money, buy a house, put your kids through college. It seems like that is over. Let me know down below how you guys are doing and what you think about the situation. But to me, it's honestly depressing. Like, I feel so bad for people that are just finishing college, and now we have AI that's going to be taking so many jobs, already has. I don't know what the future holds, but it's not looking too great right now. People are working their asses off and they just can't seem to get ahead. You can't save anything, and if you can save something, it's something minute that it's not really going to make a difference. Maybe you have a little bit of a reserve for an emergency, but overall is just wake up unmotivated, go do that job you hate, come home and whip up a cheap meal to feed you and your kids, and hurry up and get to sleep so you can go back to work and do it all over again. Not much we can do but keep trying, hang in there, do the best you can. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.